Today we're talking about something that's been called the third eye, the seat of the soul, the inner Stargate, the pineal gland. It's tiny but mighty and tucked away deep inside your brain, and it has way more to do with your spiritual life than science class ever taught you. The pineal gland is a little teeny tiny gland about the size of a grain of rice. And it looks like a little bitty pine cone, and it's right deep in the center of your brain. Biologically, it regulates sleep cycles through melatonin. Mystically, it's been linked to visions, dreams, and consciousness itself. Ancient traditions called it the third eye. Descartes referred to it as the seat of the soul. So in other words, this tiny gland has been whispered about for centuries as our natural bridge between the physical and the cosmic.
When your pineal gland is active, it's like life goes from standard definition to Ultra HD. Intuition sharpens, dreams get vivid, synchronicities start popping, and meditation gets deep. Neglect it and everything feels flat, like you're stuck in 3D grayscale. The pineal is your built-in Stargate. It's literally your portal to higher states of awareness. So what happens when you start waking it up? Here are some things you can expect. Tingling or pressure in the forehead, directly in the center, or sometimes directly on top of the crown chakra. It'll feel like someone's just sticking their thumb pressing down on it. Buzzing or waves behind the eyes during meditation is common. Another commonality, dreams becoming very vivid, very weird, rememberable, and even lucid in many cases. Your gut instincts are going to start hitting sharper and proving true. And here's the staple 1111, 777s, those repeating numbers, those significant numbers you may start seeing somewhere. Now, when you see something like that, I always laughed about the see 1111 and your life will change, clickbait, AI, info dump, spiritual videos, until I started seeing 1111 3 times in the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to digress a little personal story here. I always laughed about those numbers. I never saw them. And then 2 nights in a row, I just got out of a deep meditation, was contemplating if I was right about something, looked directly into my kitchen, 1111 was on the stove. Thought, okay, well, I'm going to stop and think about this for a minute. Okay, maybe I'm on the right track. Happened a 3rd time, only I looked at my phone. This time I took a screenshot because that was a significant thing I was contemplating. And then, boom, there it was. I'm going to take that as a sign that I was going in the right track. You can do that too. When you see something that strikes you as a synchronicity, be it numbers, or even a split second of seeing a fractal in a tree, or perhaps a specific butterfly just really catches your attention, stop and breathe. Just absorb that moment. And while you may not get an answer right away, no revelations or anything, usually you get kind of like a click or a wink within the next few days. But I digressed a little bit too much there. So sometimes just feeling your awareness expand, like having a knowing that you are more than your body, and a knowing that there's much more to experience than beyond our limited 5 senses. And these aren't random. They're receipts that your inner Stargate is online. Don't dismiss any signs, even though they probably don't hit like a glittery beam of Jesus. Just journal them, what you were doing, what you were thinking before you felt or saw something. And you're going to be able to see trends and patterns and synchronicities that'll tell you you're on the right track. How do you train this little thing? Well, you think of it like a muscle. But your exercise equipment are going to be darkness and meditation, sitting in silence, candle gazing, or deep trance work. Breath work, Alternate nostril breathing and rhythmic cycles. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, release all the way out for 8. Other cycles are like breathe in for 2, hold for 4, release for 6. There's a number of different breathing cycles that you can do. You can look them up, or you can ask me in the comments. What are some good ones? Nutrition's a big one. Clean water, spring, mountain, purified, raw cacao, iodine, and chlorophyll. And definitely cutting back on that fluoride, hence the clean water. Fun with frequencies. Binaural beats, 936 hertz and 432 hertz tones, or just deep silence in nature. I will leave links to my favorite frequency makers because I know YouTube is full of garbage and some of these just don't do anything. So I will leave some links to some legit ones. And you don't have to do everything at once as far as these exercise goes. Pick what resonates and keep at it. The pineal loves consistency. And please do not let all the "your pineal is calcified from fluoride" talk discourage you one bit. Exercise is key. I drink soda, I use regular toothpaste, occasionally have tap water over bottled, but I do the work. I do it often, and I'm not gonna lie, my pineal is perky. Now, if the pineal gland is your built-in Stargate, ask yourself, why doesn't anyone teach this to you in school or other institutions? It's because the system knows. A population with active third eyes is harder to control. So what do? They dull it down. Fluoride in the water and toothpaste. Endless blue light screens and distraction loops. Constant noise, chaos, fear-making, anything to keep you from sitting still long enough to tune inward. It's like the pineal is this little cosmic pine cone trying to glow, but the system piles on loudness, static, and poison on top. Imagine those little guys sitting there all grumpy. Really? More fluoride? Come on, I'm just trying to connect this human to the universe. They keep it blocked because once you see beyond the 3D, you stop falling for their fear games. You stop buying what they're selling, and you start remembering who you really are.
The pineal gland is proof that you were born with your own Stargate. You don't need tech, and you don't need an external guru. You have the portal inside of you already. Exercise it, and your life will start opening up in ways you can't even explain. So next time someone says it's all in your head, it's all in the mind, you know? George Harrison. Yeah. But, yeah, it is in your head. In your head holds the key to the cosmos. See you guys next time. Cosmic fam, thank you for tuning back in and listening to my little spiel about the pineal gland. If you have any questions, I didn't cover something, ask below. I'll gladly answer. And I mentioned before I wanted to re-record the De-Demonizing the Demons episode due to the sound quality, but as I was looking over it, I was blinded by a bit of distortion in that episode, and I would like to correct it. So, De-Demonizing the Demons Resurrected will be coming up next. I had another episode idea. I'm not going to spiel it yet. Tell you guys later. All right. Stay weird. See ya.